Ever feel like you're just fighting an uphill battle with weight? You know, the cravings hit hard, your energy just tanks in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah. That feeling like you're doing everything right, but nothing's changing. It's super frustrating.
Totally. And that's why we wanted to take a closer look today at something called SeroBurn. It's been popping up.
Right. SeroBurn, it positions itself as a natural approach, which is interesting, focusing on metabolism and serotonin levels.
Exactly. So let's break it down. What is SeroBurn supposed to be?
Fundamentally, it's described as a natural weight loss supplement.
Okay. And the idea is it helps your metabolism, how your body uses energy, basically. Makes it more efficient, perhaps.
That seems to be the claim. And then there's the serotonin piece. That's quite fascinating.
It is, right, because serotonin, it's that brain chemical,
Yeah.
affects mood, sure, but also appetite, feeling full.
Precisely. So the thinking is maybe by boosting serotonin, it could help manage, emotional eating or those really intense carb cravings.
Ah, okay. So putting those two together, better metabolism for energy and fat burning,
And potentially better appetite control through serotonin.
which could lead to, well, managing weight more effectively. Makes sense on paper.
And they seem quite keen to point out how it supposedly works, too.
Oh, yeah.
They highlight that it's a non-stimulant formula, so none of those jittery feelings you get with some products.
Right. No jitters, no crash, and non-habit forming, they say. Working with your body.
That's the idea presented. Working with natural rhythms rather than forcing something or causing dependency.
Okay, and what about, like, quality, safety? People worry about that stuff.
Good point. The information we have mentions made in USA in an FDA-approved facility
FDA approved, okay.
and GMP-certified good manufacturing practices. These are generally seen as signs of, decent production standards.
Gotcha. And they also mentioned it's 100% natural, non-GMO, gluten-free, ticking a lot of boxes for people who look for that.
Definitely positioning it for that health-conscious consumer.
So let's dig into the how a bit more. You mentioned serotonin. How exactly do they claim that works?
Well, the core idea seems to be that boosting serotonin helps regulate mood-driven eating, reaching for snacks when stressed or bored.
Yeah, that comfort eating trap.
Exactly. And it might also help dial down those really strong carb cravings. If it works as suggested, that could be, pretty helpful for sticking to a plan.
Okay, that's the serotonin part. What about the metabolism side again?
The claim is it helps accelerate metabolism, basically helping your body burn calories more effectively.
Which could mean more fat burning, especially if you're active, and maybe more energy.
That's the connection they seem to be making. Increased energy output, better fat utilization.
And they mentioned something about 247 support. What's that about?
That suggests it's designed to work continuously, day and night, aligning with your body's natural cycles, not just a short burst of effect.
Okay, continuous support. Interesting. So
Now-
what's actually in it? Do we know the specifics?
We don't have the full detailed ingredient list from the info we reviewed, but the consistent message is plant-based ingredients.
Plant-based and all natural.
Right. It aligns with the overall non-stimulant natural product image they're projecting. The focus is on delivering those benefits, weight support, serotonin, energy, metabolic health naturally.
Okay, claims are one thing. But what about real people? Did we see any customer feedback?
Yes, there were a few examples cited, noted as being from verified purchases, which adds a bit of credibility.
Like who? What do they say?
Well, there was Sarah. She mentioned reduced cravings, especially for carbs, felt less hungry overall,
Okay.
which she said made weight loss easier. Plus, she felt more energetic. So her experience seems to mirror the main claims pretty closely.
Anyone else?
David. He reported losing 27 pounds, but the key thing he highlighted was maintaining that loss.
Oh, maintenance is huge. That's often the hardest part.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
He mentioned feeling more confident, too.
Nice. And there was one more.
Emily. She reported quite significant weight loss, over 42 pounds, apparently. And like David, she emphasized keeping it off.
Wow, 42 pounds.
And she specifically mentioned doing it without feeling jittery, which she'd experienced with other things before. She called it life-transforming.
Life transforming, huh? Strong words.
Yeah.
Okay, so some positive stories there. Now, did they mention any, like, extras? Bonuses?
Yes, actually. It seems they offer free bottles of something called SeroBurn PM with multi-bottle orders.
SeroBurn PM, so a nighttime version.
Looks like it. Designed apparently to help with evening appetite, sugar cravings, even support fat burning while you sleep.
Interesting. How does that work?
If you buy the 3-bottle package of the main SeroBurn, you get 1 free bottle of the PM version.
You right?
And if you go for the 6-bottle package, you get 2 free bottles of SeroBurn PM. So it's like a day and night system they're offering.
Right, covering all bases. What about guarantees? If someone tries it and it doesn't work for them?
That's a crucial point. They offer a 60-day money-back guarantee.
60 days, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and they state it's a full refund, hassle-free, even if you've used the bottles. You just contact customer support.
Okay, even empty bottles. That does make it feel pretty risk-free to try, doesn't it?
It certainly lowers the barrier to entry, suggests they're fairly confident in the product.
All right, so let's try and summarize. Based on everything, what are the main pros?
Okay, pros seem to be natural, plant-based formula. Focus on serotonin for appetite and mood link. Non-stimulant, non-habit forming.
Right. Supports metabolism and weight loss. And that 60-day guarantee.
Exactly.
And the potential downsides or cons.
Well, the usual caveat, results can vary from person to person. That's always true with supplements. It's only sold on their official website, apparently, so not available in stores.
Okay. Limited availability.
And the important health warning, not suitable for pregnant or nursing women or those with existing medical conditions without talking to their doctor first.
Yes. Always consult your doctor. Super important. So who might this be aimed at? Who could potentially benefit?
Based on the claims, it seems targeted towards people really struggling with weight loss, maybe hitting plateaus.
Okay. Emotional eaters, too.
Yes, that seems a key group given the serotonin focus.
Right.
Also people with low energy levels.
Right. Anyone looking for something sustainable, maybe, not just a quick temporary fix.
That too. And maybe busy folks who need something easy to integrate. People battling sugar cravings.
Mood swings linked to dieting.
Potentially, yeah. And generally those who prefer a natural supplement approach.
So it's trying to solve quite a few common weight loss problems then.
It seems like it. Like that constant hunger feeling.
Check. Emotional eating.
Yep. Sluggish metabolism. Lack of energy.
Mood issues. Difficulty keeping weight off long term.
Nighttime cravings, especially with that PM formula bonus. Inconsistent results from other methods.
Relying on stimulants, maybe?
And just general difficulty staying on track. It seems to position itself as a potential aid for a lot of those hurdles.
Okay. But before we wrap up, we absolutely have to stress the disclaimer stuff again.
Critically important. This information is not medical advice. It doesn't replace talking to a qualified doctor or healthcare professional.
Definitely. Always tell your doctor about any changes you're making, any supplements you're considering. Discuss your health conditions.
And the standard supplement disclaimer applies. The FDA hasn't evaluated these claims. The product isn't intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Right. And again, pregnant, nursing, taking meds, have a medical condition, talk to your physician first, period.
They also mentioned the website and product are provided as IS. Basically, do your own homework, verify info with healthcare providers.
Good advice for anything health-related, really. Be informed.
Absolutely. Take ownership of your health decisions.
So, to bring this all together, we've looked at SeroBurn, this natural supplement aiming at weight management through serotonin and metabolism support.
We've touched on the plant-based ingredients, the non-stimulant angle, or heard some user experiences.
Talked about the bonuses, the PM version, and that pretty solid 60-day guarantee.
Which leads us to the final thought for you listening.
Yeah, what aspects of this discussion about SeroBurn, resonated with you? Does any of it connect with your own experiences or goals?
And what other questions pop into your mind? If you were thinking about something like this, what else would you need to know or consider for your own lifestyle?
Good questions to mull over. Ultimately, finding what works for you is key. Keep exploring. Keep prioritizing your health and well-being. That's the main thing.